Supreme Court attorney predicts it's entirely likely the nominee to replace Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg will forego confirmation hearings and head straight to the floor of the U.S. Senate for a vote. One America's John Hines has more.
George Braun, an attorney and lobbyist with the Watson Group in Washington, D.C., a member of the U.S. Supreme Court Bar Association. You've appeared before the Supreme Court more than 40 times. Of course, the big news, Mr. Braun, is the passing of Justice Ginsburg. Is there potentially a political advantage here to one side or the other, particularly Mr. Trump, in either delaying a vote or having a vote right away? What do you think about that?
It will be because of the fact that Clarence Thomas has already announced that over 5 years ago that the minute that Ginsburg left the court that he would be leaving the court because he wanted to retire, but he was not going to do it until there was she was gone from the court, so that he could even it out. And so there's going to be another person immediately that would be a younger justice that will be replacing another conservative justice, and so that would be another thing to get the base out for President Trump. But let's also remember, word on the hill, word in the halls of the Supreme Court was that Justice Kennedy and Justice Breyer actually flipped a coin as to who got to retire this last year. And so the thing is that Breyer's 82 years old, and he'd like to get off the bench.
Looking at some of these senators, I know that there have been some comments reported, for instance, from Chuck Grassley, from Lindsey Graham, that maybe they would want to wait before they consider a Supreme Court justice. What's your read on that? Actually,
Lindsey Graham just came out and said after they changed the rules with the getting rid of the filibuster, that was Harry Reid who did that, go from 60 to just a majority 51, and everybody told him that this is going to come back to haunt you, but they thought that they were going to win forever, and that's what they were going to do.
This would be the Democrats you're talking about.
Yeah, and then but the thing is that after the Kavanaugh debacle, and basically what they did to his family, and during that kangaroo court they called a hearing, that changed Lindsey Graham's mind on a number of points. One, I don't believe that there's going to be hearings at all. It's just a formality in the first place, and the last two times we've had them, it didn't go anywhere. And actually, to go back to Ruth Bader Ginsburg, she says, I don't know that I could go through today's hearings after the Kavanaugh hearings.
Mm-hmm. So what you're saying then is that it may well be that there's simply a nominee for the court and the Senate just has a vote without any hearings in the Senate Judiciary Committee. Is that a realistic possibility in your estimation?
Yeah, I think so. And I don't see any reason to have the hearings. Pretty much everybody's on party lines right now. This isn't the old days where somebody like Ginsburg could get 97 votes.
So what is the argument that former Vice President Biden has put forth to, say, delay this vote, delay the nomination process, delay the vote?
Well, they're leaning on the Garland thing, but it's actually the original Biden rule, which was during the Bush administration, he said, well, if the two parties are different, then we delay it. But if they're the same, we push forward with it.
This is the Biden rule, you're saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they called it later on the Garland rule, but it was originally Joe Biden's idea, and when he was on the Senate Judiciary Committee.
And of course now he suggested that the vote should be delayed.
Well, I mean,
does that suggest hypocrisy to you?
Well, actually, Joe Biden against Joe Biden on almost every issue you can think of. So, but I mean, all you have to do is go to the videotape.
George Braun, thank you for joining us on One America News.
Yeah, it was an honor to be here. Thank you so much.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.